face, Margaret realized they were pouring up from a deeper place within her than she had intended. Margaret and Geoffrey did not work closely in the office, but they always had lunch together at various restaurants around town. They had been drawn to each other quite by accident. He had casually asked her out for lunch and she had agreed. Some people eventually thought they were an item, but they did not know that Geoffrey was not interested in her. He was not interested in women at all. Margaret knew from the way he talked and walked that he was gay. Not that he was overtly effeminate, but Margaret simply had a keen sense for such things. During their meals together, he would even ogle other men walking past their table, and she would tease him about it. She sometimes joined in too, and ogled with Geoffrey, passing judgments along with him about who was cute and who looked like the walking dead. Lunchtimes with Geoffrey were fun. "I'll help you, ma'am," the nurse was telling Margaret, having a change of heart. She even appeared a little guilty now. "Come with me." Margaret smiled to herself. The trick had worked. At the same time, as she was following the nurse down an empty corridor, she thought about what she had just said. The last time I'll be able to see him. Geoffrey had not been to work for a week. Worried, Margaret had called his home, and his sister, whom she had never met, had picked up to say that Geoffrey was in very bad shape. He was in the intensive care unit at a private hospital, and she did not really know how long her brother had left. Was it an accident? Did Geoffrey fall? Did he get knocked down by traffic? Geoffrey's sister had said no, but did not elaborate further. She had only told Margaret where Geoffrey was being treated. The nurse brought her to a room enclosed in glass. Margaret's first impression was that it looked like a giant glass coffin, but then she noticed that only one of its walls was glass, and it slid open as they approached. "You only have 10 minutes, the nurse told her, embarrassed and not quite daring to look her in the eye. "The patient needs to rest." Margaret moved silently and slowly into the glass coffin, wiping tears from her face as the nurse hurried awkwardly out of the room. The smell of antiseptic flooded her nostrils. The man in the bed was clearly Geoffrey. The room was freezing, which explained why the blanket was pulled all the way up to his neck.